Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe. That's the point. I have a desire, many desires for the material, but not desire for you. And this is the problem. This is the curtain in between soul and super soul. I identify Radha Rani only can spare, you cannot spare. Material desire is there and spiritual. This is the curtain in between the Jiva, Sarupa. Radha Rani without my Sarup is not working Radha Rani. Because my ego, my senses, my body, my material identification block is a curtain, is a cover.
If someone wants to go out from this, how to do that?
That has to be purity. We have to. That has to be pure. Only I cannot say that I become pure. That has to be purity by the practice. When the pure, then there will be no blockage. That how to do, that has to practice. How I can do? Say, I have to stay there where the purity is there, and how they say we have to blindly to follow. And my blockage, then I will not follow. Why I will do that? What I like, I will do that. No argument. Try to understand. But argu cannot create understanding. Yeah, you have to feel. His mind blocked, so he does not want to understand. It's the subject of the heart to feel it and do it. Listen, then you will know. This is first time you are sitting. Go on.
So one can never serve Ishtadev with love.
You cannot serve Ishtadev. First you don't know Ishtadev. Only Guru, Guru, Guru. This you know. But what is Ishtadev, you don't know. It's a Mayavad philosophy. Mayavad is there. Only Guru, no Ishtadev. Prabhupada always say Ishtadev first. Ishtadev means Radha and Krishna is your first priority.
I feel the same.
Radha and Krishna is the priority. And Radha Krishna is the priority, then we have to move for that. Go on.
We must get some impulse from him, therefore. On the strength of his loving devotion, the curtain of Ishtadev's mind will open for the devotee, and he can see what is Ishtadev's desire.
Right. And he will work for that. He will only work for that. Then there is no ego, there is no blockage, there is no thing. But I will work for myself, then many blockages. He will inspire you to do this. In my life, in 20 years, I never traveled without his instruction. And I never do anything without what is done and developed. He advised and I do. then I know talk with animals. Decide and do. And it comes so beautiful, I don't know. What he say, I do. Not, then I know do. When he inspired me, do. He instructs you when you are close to him. One time I went to go to Radhapur, I become sick. I want to plan to go to Switzerland, I see negative, no Europe, traveling, I say cancel. I will not go ahead. Only Vrindavan. He is not sending. I can feel. He not say of talking, but he gives the circumstances you have to understand. That the connection will be. He will not talk like other man, human being. But if you are close, you can understand. Go on.
But from the circumstances we can also speculate fear in the mind.
And no speculate. Instruction. Speculation is mind doing. And an instruction is masses coming from her. With the instruction, when you are connected, instruction comes.
How glorious then are the kinkaris who are dedicated to the service of the full Madana Mahabhav.
And the service of full Manjaris are full in Madanak Bhav. So they become this, they are delegated and they receive that. You can see the example is Keshav Baba. He has no problem for doing anything, no this. No any ego, nothing. And I surprised sometimes, his brother is more sadhu, who is making the carpenter work. More sadhu. You talk with him and see his activities, is real sadhu. Living in the Grihastha ashram, doing the carpenter work, no bhajan, but you see the sadhu, real sadhu person, he is the sadhu person. You call him, you say, there is some work in my room, can you help me? He will leave that job and go to help you. Real sadhu. Anything, anyway, any time you say he is ready for that. Totally surrender to Radhika. He see all is the instruction coming from my son to do, and he do without any hesitation. No problem. Keshav Baba doing bhajan and some blockage is there, but he has no blockage, I watch. My vision say like this. So means you open and you are surrendered to Swami and ready to do. surprise for me. I'm really surprised. I'm surprised. Her wife is so negative that he never cooked one chapati for him. He goes from here, he cooks himself to eat and for the children. You can imagine? After going, he cooked for his family. And he can take the chapati, I eat so many times I say, but he never brings for me. So you cannot imagine real sadhu where to find. We see in big ashram, big place, some person is sitting, he is sadhu, he is the real Mahatma. No, yeah. He is a Vraja Bhumi. You don't know where you will see. You can do mistake and aparad. But real sadhu is to see, we need bhajan to realize, to understand.
How glorious then are the kinkaris who are
Radhe,
dedicated.
Radhe. Come in from that side.
This one?
Yeah. Put the chapel. Yeah? Yeah.
How glorious then.
Why are you going? Sit. Radhe, Radhe. Yeah, Radhe. How are you? Please sit down. Yeah, Radhe. Please sit down. Why are you going?
How glorious then are the kinkaris who are dedicated to the service of the full Madana Mahabhav.
That's the point. Kinkari is full dedicated. It is not mine and yours, 50% yours, and 75% full. Not my mind using, not my ego using, not myself using. And that you can see in Balram. See, watch only 3 days. You will understand. You have no job, you say, Balram Bhaiya, come here and say something. And see, is no job, but you test him and check it. Full surrender to all circumstances. What is meaning of that? Meaning of that, she is full surrender to Swami. Full surrender. See, he is in Kinkari Bhav, but he looked male, but Kinkari.
So how glorious then are the kinkaris who are dedicated to the service of the full Madana Mahabhav, supreme love personified, Shrimati Radhika, who keeps even Krishna under her control.
Krishna also under her control. He is not a priority. Because my Swami is so soft and so kind and is so naughty and cheater. And what is that?
Divorce.
Divorce. So protective to my Swami. And after these qualities, my Swami only love him because there is no other also. Another anything she can think out of Krishna. She has no other thing to see and mind to thought. She is only living for Krishna, doing for Krishna, and she don't bother for Krishna. All that time he is dreaming for Krishna. And this Manjari is cautious, more caring that nothing disturbance happen. She is a man. And this madness, Krishna has to be soft with her. Caring to her, protecting to her. Sometimes he is so naughtiness. Because he is so naughtiness because Swami become pleased with her. And he is no devotee because this is all expansion of her to make happy to him. Normally, if you are a girl, you not need foolish boy. You need some naughtiness, some sharpness, some jokeness, something good and bad, all qualities should be there. Then you like it.
Sweet and salty.
Soft. And some craziness. Then the girls attract. And this Swami, without knowing, he is attracted. She attracted. You don't know black, okay? No black problem. My hair is black, my eyebrow is black, my everything is, mask is also black. The Manjari put the mask black only to remember this sweet, loving Krishna. When she puts the smell, because the smell also mask he put. So this smell is giving flavor of Krishna. And this black when she from her eye because of the chick, and then she become more mad for it. But after that when Krishna start coming near, then they are careful. Because her what is it?
Waist
is very thin, so careful. And protecting eyes. Radha.
Wow. Krishna himself worships prema, divine love.
Krishna worship what? Radha. Prema is the Radha, Alladani. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna took the mood of Radha and covered with the Radhika form. That is Chaitanya. See that? Krishna wants to relish the mood of Radha. You want to relish not living in that mood. And cover with the mood of Radhika that I cannot go to Rishikesh. Only I stay in Vrindavan. I have no business with outside people. And I will go, then my covering I will not open. I will live in this covering of Radha. No? First you cover here, then go to your country. This is the mood. Go to get the mood of Radha, like Krishna is teaching us. Then think of that. Mood is my different way, and I am devotee of Radha. Impossible. One is hypocrisy. I do something, show something is hypocrisy. Here we have to be honest because we have to do it. Nobody can do. Philosophy, you listen from here, take out from here. Again you listen and take out. Nobody can say, but it goes penetrate in your heart and you have to work on that. Homework. Is not love. That's the devotional practice. Every moment you have to be on 24/7. 24/7. Every day is Sunday, but no holiday.
24/7,
Yeah.
go to heaven.
No, 24/7, but no holiday. Means you have to keep this mood all the time. It's not that I'm listening, that my mood is there, and 1 hour my mood change, again 1 hour my mood change. Why mood change? Because I'm covered with my senses and body. When I'm upper senses, my mood is upper. I'm going to lower senses, my big mood becomes lower. Mood change in 1 hour because of this. My senses change the mood. My ego change the mood. My mind change the mood. But when you are in the soul consciousness, mood is flowing. And when you come in Sarup identification, was Prabhupada say in page 4, Sarup and Sarup Siddhi is the goal of devotional life. Why we joined for ISKCON? For Sarup and Sarup Siddhi. Right for Krishna. And Krishna, you sign it. What you say?
Assign.
What is the word?
Assignment.
Contract assigned with Krishna. Okay, you are the Supreme God, I accept you. Only assignment, because before contract you agree this, that you are the God. Then he give you intelligence when you assign. If no, we not assigned to you, how he will give intelligence?
Ultimate goal.
Ultimate goal. I don't remember. Ultimate goal. You read Tesam Satatyuktanam. Tesam Satatyuktanam. Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. With loving. Dadartam Buddhi Yogam. Then I give intelligence. Assign. Krishna only to assign. I agree. I have no confusion, no doubt that you are not supreme. Assign you. Prabhupada say again in page 4, I see. Yeah. Page 4 is the introduction, he said, assigned with Krishna. And give what you name you want. By your interest, you give his name. No? no meaning. Don't fight for that. But the reason is to find the Sarup and Sarup Siddhi. What it means Sarup? Sarup means form. If I have no form, I am Mayavadi. My soul has no form, is a Mayavad philosophy. We are blocked here. Mayavadi has no form, right or not? And Mataji? And the devotee has a form. He worships the form. Mayavadi never worshipped form.
This is the problem.
If you have no form, it's problem. How I will love you? You can love to this light. Is it not problem or problem? If I am a light,
Yes.
you will love me?
Before I come to you, I love these formulas.
No, I am asking, today you here, and my form is light. You will love me?
It's not the same.
You cannot love to the light without form. You have to be in form to love to the form. Form can love to the form. There are many lights, they are not loving each other. This soul light takes the form. Prabhupada said by devotional practice. Your devotion practice is a friendly, you will get that form. Your mother or your father and he is your son, you will become like this. Like this. One relation has to develop. And what will develop? The soul will develop. Not your senses will develop. Not your body will develop. And when the soul will develop, then the senses is not valuable. Your ego is not valuable. And if his soul is not taking the form, is all valuable in life. Your senses is very important. Your ego you cannot break. You have many problems. And up and down and jumping nature, many things will happen. Because I live in my material body. Material means to create the problem. This is Kurukshetra. This material body is a Kurukshetra. And my soul and soul body is a Dharmkshetra. So this says Jaiva Dharma. Dharmkshetra can do Jaiva Dharma and Kurukshetra still fight and die and again body will die. Kurukshetra will die. The existence will die without knowing yourself. Fighting will never stop. Today is air side, tomorrow will be peace, can't see going on.
But the soul is pure.
Soul is a light and soul form is pure. Jesus, you see the Jesus. What is Jesus? Jesus' soul form is a sun. Right? And his father's soul form is a God. God become the soul, his father. So this devotion start then. Son and father devotion start. God and soul devotion not start. His devotion was son with the father. Son with the father.
But how to become like this? First to become
That
pure
is,
soul or
you
consciousness?
say I am a Radha Dasi and you don't know then how you are Radha Dasi. Just only talking Radha Dasi.
Yeah, we want to talk it.
Talking, then his ego will be there. Talking will create ego. Understand means
No.
you cannot work, you cannot serve to Radhika in material body consciousness. Why? You have to say me. Why? Because my material body is a man. Material body is not a female. You are female, your nature is enjoyment. You want to enjoy. You want to enjoy. You want to enjoy. And the nature of enjoyment is male body. Male has also and female has also. So this enjoyment nature is Purusha. And we are not Purusha, Adi Purusha. And this Adi Purusham you can see when you come to the Prakriti Deha, in your soul consciousness, in your Sarup consciousness.
But we want to come here. Why is so difficult?
Difficult means I not try.
So many years and we
Look,
understand
listen, we
outside.
not try, only talk. Talking is no philosophy. I never try to move for that because I am living in my blockage. I never try to move for that. They are moving. They are very young. They are moving and living in Sarup. See, she is a Pandit, you see, Radha Shakti. Listen class from her. Mine in German she can give. They are Pandit. She is a very deep. She is in practice. They are in. She is in practice. She come for 6 months. Only live here, never go out. She has not much, but she has a deep practice. And she has a very deep. She can give any explanation of Radha, Vilapa Kusumanjali, and Radha Rasudhanidhi, Manjari Bhav, and Radha Ashray Bhav. Radha Ashray Bhajan means female you cannot change. I cannot, male, cannot change your clothes. But she can change your clothes. In one room you can change. Why? Because you're female. And female to become is living in the soul or sarup, you can become female. You have to come in Prakriti there, in a spiritual identification. Without that you cannot serve Radha. That is my problem. I want to be a Radha Dasi and I am living in my bodily consciousness. Material identification. Impossible. It's not possible. You can be with Krishna. Sakha is with Krishna. Mother Jasoda is with Krishna. But Radha service is a high because she is a female and she cannot bring you in the Gunja if you are not Manjari. You are not qualified to see their exchange of no power. And here we have to be very honest. Here we are not keeping honesty. She rejects that problem. And material world, we have to forget to keep honesty there. Here honesty. In our spiritual identification. One point. And this comes by the grace of Mahat Kripa, who is living in this world. They can help.
One question. I don't know if this is correct. You have two persons bring water. One person is in her city, and one person not. How I can see the difference when you bring water?
First, you see yourself. Why you want to see to others? When you don't know yourself, what you are, then how you can see others? You have to realize yourself that you are living in your sarup. When you will realize this, you will see what others are doing. And I have no realization. I want to watch. How I will watch? Crazy. I have to develop my perfection. To live in your sarup, in that consciousness all the time. The person who see, they know everything. They screen. You come 5 minutes, they will screen you like X-ray you into out. That what you are. Without talk. Because he's a Siddhavas. Then they can do. And others who has no idea, who living in material identification, material body, impossible. They cannot see themselves. They are mistakes. What they will see others? It's not possible. Yeah, prasad, take prasad. Then go. Yeah. Prasad will be 12. Eat and sit comfortably, sit on chair. You from California?
Yes, I'm a friend at Sukada.
Huh? Sukda, how she is?
So.
So how glorious then are the kinkaris who are dedicated to the service of the full Madana Mahabhav.
Full delicate. 10%, 20%, 90%, 99% not working. Full. Example, Balram Singh. Huh? What is the problem? He is the real sadhu, I see that.
But, sorry, and I ask, but you tell Krishna Baba, chant more. You say,
Kishore Baba is there. But you see the normal man, one carpenter can be a pure. He is chanting, big bird, he is my Guru Bhai. That is secondary issue. Maybe good or not. But you see this guy, he is nothing. He has a family, he has a children, wife, and he is a small carpenter. But see the quality of sadhuta. What is meaning of sadhu? Sannyasi is different issue. Sannyasi is only for the external thing, sure to influence you. But what is meaning of sadhu? Sadhu means very gentle person. That sadhuta, if you want to see that. He is the real sadhu, in my eyes. How you will know? See him, make friendship with him, you will know. Then you will say he's a sadhu. So what is my blockage? When I have a blockage, I cannot be a sadhu. And sannyasi or guru is all false ego. Is ego growing business. Nothing with sadhuta. Yeah.
So they are dedicated to the service of full Madana Mahabhav.
Go on, you are repeating.
Supreme Love personified, Srimati Radhika, who keeps even Krishna under her control. Krishna himself worships prema, divine love. Therefore, he is also subdued by Sri Radhika's maidservants. That is their full pride and glory. Krishna became Gora to taste the love that Radhika feels for him.
You see? Become Gora for what? See?
To taste the love that Radhika feels for him.
That Krishna wants to feel that. Go on.
And after he had experienced that, he also wanted to taste the nectar of the Kinkaris service.
You want to taste Kinkari, how they are taught.
Why?
Because Kinkari is covered with Radhika. Kinkari means who is totally covered with Radhika and no see other than Radhika. They are Kinkari. There are no see ego, false ego, my things and your thing. They are covered, they are flowing all the time. They are never blocked. Then you see Chaitanya, when he covered with Radhika, how he starts flowing. Krishna cannot do that. He is a man. No, sit here. Sit. Yeah, come sit here. Cover, flowing. This covering, Mahaprabhu covered with the golden, is covering means Krishna covered the gold. Radha. No other mind thinking. When you cover with one mask, how you can go out from that? This is Manjari. That Manjari never go think out of Radhika. That is Manjari Bhava. Covering of Radhika's feeling and covered herself with Radha means Manjari. Go on.
While he relished the mood of the Manjaris, the Lord's body became formed like a turtle, Kurmakriti, or sometimes his limbs would loosen and stretch out, Ashtisandhi Viyog. Chaitanya Charitamrita describes Mahaprabhu's mad words after he came out of his Kurmakriti. He said, "Today I went to Govardhana hill to see if Krishna was tending his cows there. Climbing on Govardhana hill, Krishna played his flute, surrounded by the cows. Hearing the flute song, Srimati Radha came there. Oh Sakhi, I cannot describe her mood and her form. Krishna took Radha by the hand and entered a cave with her, while the Sakhis told me to pick some flowers. For the service of Shri Radha Mohana, the Sakhis are asking the Kinkaris to pick flowers. Here it is clear that Mahaprabhu finally came to relish the mood of the spiritual maidservants, Manjaris, in the pinnacle of his ecstatic absorption. And when Mahaprabhu, almost drowned of ecstasy in the ocean, and all the joints of his bones became disconnected out of ecstasy, he told his devotees in half external consciousness, "Seeing the Yamuna river, I went to Vrindavana, where I saw the Prince of Vraja playing in the water with Sri Radhika and the gopis, having great fun. I stayed on the shore with the other Sakhis, while one Sakhi showed these pastimes to the others." Here again, Mahaprabhu explains that he did not play an active role in Krishna's pastimes, but that he or she was relishing a service position like that of the Manjaris, witnessing these sweet pastimes without taking active part in them. Chaitanya Charitamrita further says, "Whatever he himself came to relish, he taught to his devotees. Since, as is shown above, he did relish Manjari Bhav, he was the one who taught it to the devotees also, notably through Srila Rupa and Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. One can never understand the flavors of Vraja while remaining in a mundane consciousness."
You cannot understand Vraja. Yes. Over?
No. And the devotees who take shelter of Sriman Mahaprabhu's lotus feet are the suitable candidates for relishing these flavors. In order to relish the sweetness of the love in Vraj, one must give up the attitude of awe and reverence towards God. Vrindavana,
Means I don't understand.
awe and reverence.
Explain nicely.
It's keeping distance,
What?
because he's the supreme and you keep the distance.
Oh, it's to give him like fear, you know? Like to Allah, like to
Distance.
respect, but also like fear, when you have fear.
Vrindavana is the kingdom of sweetness.
Wow. Not roughness.
And the Upasana means subject of worship and meditation. Upasana of Vraja Rasa is a sweet Upasana.
Wow. But again explain.
So-
Explain this.
Vrinda, in order to relish the sweetness of the love in Vraj, one must give up the attitude of awe and reverence towards God. Vrindavana is the kingdom of sweetness, and the Upasana of Vraja Rasa is a sweet Upasana, in which we want to see Krishna as the Laukika Sadbandhu,
What?
a good worldly friend.
Worldly friend. Worldly lover. Worldly. Not like a God. Give this
Radha.
to Radha Rasa. More way.
Shri Radha. Of course, Srimati Radhika's waist will not break so soon, but out of great, unadulterated love for her Swamini, Tulasi is afraid that it will. What does love seek? Only the happiness of its object. Only the lovers can make the beloved happy. The lovers think, may you be happy. The love of the devotees of Raj is as pure as molten gold, and there is not even a whiff of personal happiness there in the hearts of these devotees. In Sri
Now I will see. Explain this one. I know understand. How? Explain.
the love of the devotees of Raj is as pure as molten gold, and there is not even a whiff of personal happiness there in the hearts of these devotees.
And that one. Again this. Come by. You are so kind. You are going, but you come.
So they give darshan for a lesson.
Wow.
You cannot go without taking scooter. You come with a scooter alone or with the whole family.
Just myself.
You staying near Scott? Where? MBT?
Just behind.
He will drop you by scooter. After Prasad you will go.
Okay.
Not worse.
You want me to read from before?
Yeah, that I said to underline.
Ah. So one can never understand the flavors.
Agree.
One can never understand the flavors of Vraja while remaining in the mundane consciousness.
Mundane consciousness, how I will, you will see. If I am in mundane consciousness, always.
I am in my mind. And the devotees who take shelter of Sriman Mahaprabhu's lotus feet are the suitable candidates for relishing these flavors. In order to relish the sweetness of the love in Vraj, one must give up the attitude of awe and reverence towards God. Vrindavana is the kingdom of sweetness, and the Upasana means subject of meditation. Upasana of Vraj Rasa is a sweet Upasana.
Sweet Upasana. I cannot behave rough way. I is sweet. If you lose your sweetness, you are out of Vrindavan. Means sadhak deha and siddha deha, physical body and spiritual body has to be in this. You cannot do sadhak deha, material body, rough behavior, and you say, inside I do sweet upasana. How you will do inside here? When you outside block, inside you cannot do. Out has to clean to go in, and in has to clean to know to action. So out is very important to go in. Is important.
So Upasana of Vraja Rasa is a sweet Upasana in which we want to see Krishna as the Laukika Sadbandhu, a good worldly friend.
Wow. Like a friend. Like a son and father. Like a mother and son. Like a conjugal lover, or like a highest is to serve Radhika and to be a dasi. Means selflessness, high selfless. Other is a gopi bhav. You cannot go more than gopi bhav, but this can bring you to manjari bhav. Gopi bhav, many want to be a gopi. Many want to be Sakhi. Okay. Be a lover of her. Many gopis are there. But Mahaprabhu said, go more higher. Be a Manjari of Radha. 24/7 you develop this mood and devotion. And Manjaris behave like a basic thing wrong, then how is Manjari? Nothing. Means he come out in his material body conscious. Now, gunas are controlling. Tamo guna, sato guna, rajo guna, tamo guna, sato guna, rajo guna. This gunas control. And guna is not a prem purushad, pancham purushad, is the fifth effort. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha, when finished, then prema purushad come. When we have no desire for this, then Radha Dasi is come. When I want to live in guna and dharma, artha, kama, moksha, in a material body consciousness. And when I want to go to my spiritual identity, what Prabhupada come to say us, and what Mahaprabhu come to say us, and to be a Radha Dasi without identifying your sarup, means soul and form, is not happening. Is a personal, is not impersonal. In Christian philosophy, they say you cannot imagine, what you say? Form. What you say?
Form.
No. They say idol. You cannot worship idol. Right? Christian philosophy says. But they worship idol of Jesus. It's a cross, and the Jesus hanging is an idol also of Jesus. Or not? And one thing, second thing I ask, Jesus never see his father? What type of relation he has? He never see his father from his eyes? He is only, no idol will come out front to him? How he say father? Why not he say light or God? He see the father. No, father, not a God. He see father. He develop relation with father. You can say your father has no form. Can you say your father you see you have no, that form was not there, no idol? So anyone can say like this. How you come with idol if your father has no idol? So love cannot move. He is a lover, my dear. Love cannot move without form, without idol. You cannot love without your idol. Your soul cannot love to the super soul, knowing. But soul can love when he has a form to exchange the love with his beloved lover. Right? Clear? Say you.
Shakti, kannst du mir helfen? Ich glaube aber, weißt du, das universelle Bewusstsein, universelle Liebe ist doch auch in uns. Da kann man sich auch verbinden. Das ist der Formlos, aber es ist die universelle göttliche Liebe. Was ist der Unterschied? Das ist eine Form ist Form und das andere, aber die Wertung, ich möchte gerne verstehen, den Unterschied, den man macht, dass man unbedingt eine Form haben muss für die Liebe. Und wenn ich eine Erfahrung von einer universellen Liebe, einer formlosen Liebe, das ist auch die göttliche universelle Liebe.
He's asking, what is the difference between
Das höchste göttliche universelle Liebe, den Bewusstsein.
between the highest but without form love, because he has experience with universal love. So he's asking, what is this? Why? So his question is because he has experience.
I like to see the form. It is not possible. Then I accept this step.
Then I ask you one question.
Yes.
Mother, one lady give the birth of the one boy. Right? This lady give one birth. Birth giving is no relation. One lady give birth and he leave the baby like that. Is no relation. I can give you many examples. Then baby give birth, then he start doing devotion with her this way. What devotion? We don't know what is devotion with this. He start breasting, feeding, taking care, toilet coming, cleaning that, and this way start working, taking bath and doing this. And then slowly she got the form. By doing this practice, that she is a mother. And baby don't know this lady. But when she starts growing, then he starts feeling. He feels that this is my mother who protects me and cares me. So where is the relation before? But the relation comes by your feelings. And that create the form. She become mother form, and this lady, old lady, become mother form, and this young born baby say, I'm a son. Where is the relation before? There is no relation. We create the relation with my identification, man. Similarly, we have no form of the soul, but my feeling creates the form. If I have no living in that feeling, form will never come. Universal love. You cannot love yourself. How you can do universal love? Crazy. Nobody loves himself. Why he took the birth and what will happen to what he is using his body like this. You have it. You come to Vrindavan and you have a fixed date to live in Vrindavan. And your flight is booked. You will go on 7th. So only 7th of May you have a time to live here. Similarly, you have a limited time to live in this material world. Fixed time. One day you have to go. I have to go. If I don't realize myself, I don't love myself. And when I don't love myself, how I imagine to give the universal love to others? I don't love myself. I hate myself. You not imagine this? That I don't want to know myself? It's not I'm hating myself. I'm living in the not in truth. Who I am, I don't want to know myself. Why I come to take birth? To know and live in myself? This I forget. I start coming and playing game with my senses. And this is my birth. This is not truth. Anything changing is not yours. It's material. And this changing like a cup. I have so many cups and it's changing and it goes to the garbage. So we goes also in garbage because we don't want to realize that I don't want to become garbage. We are garbage, material, we have to go in the garbage. Material has to go in garbage, yaar. Only spiritual thing will change. This body has to go in the fire or earth. You cannot stop it. But its soul will go where you decide to go. And that is to love, means I love myself, means I love to go to the back to my home. And I no love, then I want to play the game in material world with my ego, with my senses, with my many. This is the world. I don't love. What is my universal love? Sex is universal love. My senses will give universal love. What is it? I born in a king family. I know better than you. You cannot think to enjoy that I do. I know it's all foolish. It's a garbage. I I born because of my sukriti in the king family. But it's nothing. It's all material thing for the moment. The reality will be always exist, unreality will come and go. Believe me. I see very closely. You want to see from your senses. This is the difference. So you give universal love with your senses. This is not universal love. Give by soul and then it will come universal.
Can I? Sorry when I ask so, but not I'm not this. For me, it's not possible. But when I see Buddha, maybe Dalai Lama, he looks so not untouched with the body. He don't believe to God. He believes in universal love. I think
I was in a meeting with him.
Yeah.
And this person said that sorry to me that I don't believe in soul and God. And that way we are empty. We have a less knowledge and we will be always the student of Vedas. You practice with the lover, Jesus is a lover, and you want to think on this. Jesus say about the love, about the relation, and there is no soul, no God. Where are you going? In Dalai Lama, he himself said that I have no idea of Vedic philosophy and love. We don't know love. We are empty glass. Nothing. Empty is nothing. Jesus is full of love. What is better? To become empty?
In this context, no.
Crazy. All confusion. Because you don't want to sacrifice yourself. Love means to sacrifice. Love means to tolerance. Love means to do something. Love goes like this. But we are not ready for that. We don't want to sacrifice my senses and body and ego. This is my practice. This is my wealth. What I achieve, this I achieve only. Jesus is a devotee. Jesus is a lover. Jesus, understand Jesus. You will be set. You love son, you love father. Son, you hate son, and you love father. Impossible. He is the son and he is the father. If you love me and you hate my son, impossible. If it's a good or bad, no meaning for me. I love father, I love son, I love son, I love father. This is the relation, yeah. Sorry, very far. I give the example from Sanskrit. I also know many sloka. No, very little. Krishna Prem, Sadhya Kabu Nai. There is no scripture written that how to go on. Suddha Chitta, Sravanadi, Karay, Uday. When Suddha Chitta, we have to make pure my heart to remove our blockage. And like a sun is rising, it will rise in your heart automatically. Love is the nature of the soul. Jivere Sarup hoy Nitya Krishna Das. Sarup means my form of Jiva is Nitya, always. Krishna Das is a nature. Soul nature is a servant. Sarup, nature of not soul, nature of the soul Sarup. blockage makes us not to clearly see. Dalai Lama himself said to me, my dear, and you're talking Dalai Lama for the masses of love.
But he loves also. Not?
Emptiness cannot love. One empty glass cannot love. He has to full to love. Emptiness is emptiness. If not useful, you will garbage.
The love of the devotees of Vraja is as pure as molten gold, and there is not even a whiff of personal happiness there in the
Underline.
I did. In Sri Radha's mood, Sriman Mahaprabhu sings, Krishna mora jivana, Krishna mora pranadana, Krishna mora paranera parana. Krishna is my life, Krishna is the treasure of my life, and Krishna is the life of my life. I keep him on my heart, and I make him happy with my service. I always meditate on this. My happiness lies in service, and his happiness lies in sambhog. So I give my body to him. Krishna makes me his consort and tells me, "You are the queen of my heart." But I just consider myself to be his maidservant. Radharani's maidservants just meditate on the pleasure of the Yugala Kishora. Sri Radhika and Sri Krishna have given themselves to each other and left all responsibilities for the arrangements of their loving affairs to the Sakis and the Manjalis.
Go to the Aarti, and take care of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more line, please. The playful Sri Yugala has taken shelter of them.
Playful?
Yugala Kishore has taken shelter of the Sakis and the Manjalis.
Wow. Again.
The maidservants only meditate on the pleasure of the Yugala Kishore. Sri Radhika and Mohan have given themselves to each other and left all responsibilities for the arrangements of their loving affairs to the Sakis and the Manjalis. The playful Yugala has taken shelter of Sakis and Manjalis.
They take shelter of Sakis and Manjari. We not take shelter of them. Because we have so much love with Radha and Krishna, only to care, they took shelter that you take care of me. Sri Radha. So beautiful exchange. This is Sambhoga. Sambhoga means how much you do for me, I took shelter of you. Some parallel happiness. You also get happiness, I also get happiness. You took the Radhika shelter, I took your shelter. It's not material Sambhu, divine Sambhu. You took my shelter, you don't think outside. I took your shelter, now you care. Sri Radha. Understand, my dear?
Yes.
Radhe Radhe Maharaj. Radhe Radhe